Picture this. It's 2 in the morning, and you're just staring at the ceiling while your brain runs like a hamster on a wheel that just won't stop. Your heart's racing about that presentation tomorrow, that conversation you had 3 years ago, and somehow you're now worried about whether you remembered to lock the car. Sound familiar? I'm talking to you. The person who lies awake at night replaying every mistake, every what-if, every scenario that probably will never happen. You, who feels like your mind is a TV with a broken remote stuck on the anxiety channel. You're not broken, you're not weak. You're just human, living in a world that's moving faster than our caveman brains were designed to handle. Let me tell you about Sarah. 3 months ago, she was exactly where you might be right now. A marketing manager, mother of 2, trying to juggle everything while her mind felt like a tornado that never touched down. She'd wake up exhausted because her brain worked the night shift, processing every worry from her endless mental to-do list. But here's what changed everything for Sarah, and what's about to change everything for you. The first technique Sarah learned was what I call the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding method. When her mind started spiraling during a particularly stressful Monday morning meeting, she quietly looked around and named 5 things she could see. The coffee stain on her colleague's shirt, the flickering fluorescent light, the stack of papers. 4 things she could touch: her pen, the smooth table surface, her phone, her sleeve. 3 things she could hear: the air conditioning humming, distant traffic, someone typing. 2 things she could smell: coffee and that faint cleaning supply scent. 1 thing she could taste: the lingering mint from her gum. Within 2 minutes, Sarah felt her breathing slow down. Her racing thoughts downshifted from highway speed to a gentle cruise. That's because this technique hijacks your nervous system, pulling you out of fight or flight mode and anchoring you to the present moment. The second technique came when Sarah's overthinking hit its peak during her commute home. She started practicing what neuroscientists call thought labeling. Instead of fighting her anxious thoughts, she simply acknowledged them. I'm having the thought that I messed up that email. I'm having the thought that my boss thinks I'm incompetent. By adding that simple phrase, I'm having the thought that, she created distance between herself and her thoughts. She wasn't her thoughts. She was the observer of her thoughts. This tiny shift gave Sarah her power back. Those thoughts that once felt like gospel truth suddenly became just mental chatter, no more real than the background noise at a coffee shop. But the third technique was the game changer. Sarah learned box breathing from her grandmother, who had used it during the air raids of World War II. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, repeat. This ancient technique literally rewires your nervous system, telling your brain that you're safe, that there's no tiger chasing you, that you can relax. 6 weeks later, Sarah was sleeping through the night. She was present with her kids instead of mentally rehearsing tomorrow's problems. She felt like herself again, maybe for the first time in years. Here's what I want you to understand. Your racing mind isn't a character flaw. It's your brain trying to protect you, the same way it protected your ancestors from real dangers. But in our modern world, most of our threats are imaginary. We're using a fire alarm to respond to burned toast. These 3 techniques, they're not just band-aids, they're rewiring your brain's default settings. Every time you practice them, you're building new neural pathways that lead to calm instead of chaos. Tonight, when your mind starts its familiar dance of worry, remember Sarah's story. Remember that you have tools now. You have the power to step off that hamster wheel and into a space of peace that's been waiting for you all along. Because here's the truth that'll give you goosebumps. The calm you're searching for isn't something you need to find. It's something you need to remember. It was never lost. It was just buried under all that noise. And now you know how to turn down the volume.